welcome back. Today we are looking at days 9 through 11 of Amberlynn's 100-day vlog situation type. It looks like we are going to be getting a little bit more artwork, so that should be interesting. So let's get right into it, not waste any time.
Hello, welcome to a new video, a new day. This is day 9, November 11th of weighing myself 100 days in a row. So today we were at 504.6. That means to reach my goal by February 11th of 456.2, I have 48.4 to go. And yeah, I was down zero point 0.4 overnight. Awesome, I suppose. So Feline has already bought me majority of my Christmas gifts so early on, which is so sweet of her. They're wrapped and everything. I said, you know what? I need to step up my game. So in this box, which obviously I'm not going to show you, but it's a big box. There's quite a few gifts in here for her. I still have to wrap them. I hate
We
wrapping,
actually
so it's
start
gonna be So
buying
here's
our
a moment.
Oh, sorry. We actually start buying our Christmas presents August because I get a lot of anxiety when it comes to making sure that everybody gets what they want. I actually start buying things towards the end of August and start hiding them away. Our children don't really go looking for Christmas presents because we don't lie to them, like we don't talk about like Santa or anything. They understand that Christmas presents are bought with money and that money has to be worked for, and they understand that we buy presents because we want people to feel loved and supported, and we enjoy the process of gift giving. So when I start getting boxes and saying, hey, don't open the boxes because they might have Christmas presents in it, I don't really have to worry about the kids trying to sneak in and figure out what they're getting. For the most part, they give me a short list of things that they'd like, and that kind of gives me an idea of things to jump off for. I get a lot of anxiety when it comes to like when you get close to the holidays and there's a lot of like hustle and bustle in the stores and it's stressful and everything. So it's just easier for me to do it that way. And that way I know that like towards the holidays, if we're in any sort of like financial situation, I know that even if I can't get everything that I wanted to get for the kids and my husband, that they have stuff. So I don't have to worry about not having stuff for Christmas because the holidays are a stressful enough time as it is.
Where I am wanting to binge, but instead I am choosing to distract myself by doing something that I enjoy. I love doodling. I know I talk about this a lot, but I know there are a lot of people who watch me who also struggle with overeating, emotional eating, binging, etc. Sometimes this does work, but distracting yourself, doing something that makes you smile and makes you feel relaxed, or something that just makes you laugh or makes you feel happy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, because trust me, if picking up a marker could cure binge eating, that would be pretty amazing. But I just wanted to document a moment in time where I was just really, really struggling within, and I chose to pick up the marker instead of picking up the fork.
I wonder if she's ever, because the blue circles looked an awful lot like the pink circles that she showed us in the last video. I wonder if like that is the only way that she does those, or if she ever like expands upon it. Like if it was me, I would be adding in other shapes or adding more circles to it or things like that. Like it does seem like those types of drawings for her are very calm and peaceful, and I can totally understand the mindset that she's getting into because I get like that when I'm working on a paint by number. I'll set out all of numbered paint things, and I will usually go from like one to whatever the last number is, but every once in a while I'll actually work backwards. And so it can actually be really peaceful to kind of scan the paint by number for whatever number it is that's in my hands. Like if I'm working on number 7, I will be standing there, or sitting with the paint cup in my hand and looking and trying to find all of the sevens. And it really helps like take my mind off of anything that I'm stressed out about.
Okay, you guys, so I finished it. I just wanted to show you. I really love this one. Yeah, I'm about to do another one, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to start that one, because normally they start with like a little dot, but this one I decided to do a line. I think next time I'm going to do like a longer line like this, like a bunch of them, because it's literally just a bunch of circles. But I think this next one, I'm going to do something different, and I'll show you right now. So I started with this dark green. It's called forest green, and I did a bunch of swigglies. The next color is key lime, and then I'm going to do margarita green, yellow blaze, and
So it seems like she does experiment a little bit with her artwork, and I don't think that she's aware of it, but experimenting and trying new things is exactly how artists get to where they are. So if she's always trying branch out just a smidge, just like one little hair from where she is right now, her art will transform over time. She could try different mediums instead of markers. Maybe she tries crayons or like oil pastels. She could try doing like water marbling, where you just kind of like take a piece of paper, you spray a little bit of water on it, and then you take watercolor paints and you just dip it, like, you take the paint on the brush and you dip it on the water on the paper, and it creates like an oil slick effect on the paper. There's a lot of things that she could try, and like, she's home all the time. She could do these things and not even show us about it, but I think a lot of people would actually find it interesting to watch her kind of bumble her way through trying out new art forms that she's never tried before. Like, can you imagine sitting through like Amberlynn attempting to like do like a wood burned Christmas ornament? Just like one of those like little discs of wood with like a wood burning pen, like trying to do this type of artwork on a wood thing. That would be really cool. Or if we could watch her do, I know I've said before, but like paint by number, diamond painting, embroidery hoop. I've seen some interesting what do they call them, like combo art things on like AliExpress, where it's a paint by number, but then there's pieces at the end where you're embroidering like beads onto the painting in like certain areas to kind of make it like give it like a 3D texture. I mean, hell, wouldn't it be interesting to watch Amberlynn do like origami? Like, that would be, just all these little ideas. And it's something that she could do without talking about her weight, because she always says that she doesn't want to have her channel be a weight loss channel. Have some free ideas.
And then hot aqua, and I'll show you guys how it looks. But I just keep repeating the step over and over and over, and then it turns into just a really satisfying piece. So I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like after the first round is finished. And now I'll stop annoying you with art talk or doodle talk, amateur coloring talk. I'll leave you guys alone with that for this video. Moving on to the next day. Starting the day off, opening the blinds, watering the plants. I literally woke up just the teeniest bit of time ago. So I'm actually about to do my makeup. So here's a little before, and we love a good after. Okay, so my desk, I literally just cleaned it. Now it's a mess. Like, after I do my makeup, it is always looking mighty messy, but it's, cleanable. It's easy to clean. I literally
What is that rose thing? Like, I'm not a makeup girly. I don't, what is that? I would love to know what that is. If anybody knows what that is, like, how would you even use that for makeup? I don't understand. My brain cannot fathom what that could possibly be.
just throw everything back in my bag, my makeup bag.
I wonder
I
how
forgot to
frequently
do the Bear
she
With Me
goes
mix
through
prime.
her
I do it before my
makeup
makeup
bag
and
to
after, and
pull
I
out
honestly never put them
expired
apart. I was talking,
products.
didn't even get it in my mouth. Nope. Alrighty, we are on day 10, November 12th. I weighed in at 505.6, so I have 49.4 pounds to go to reach my goal by February 11th. Last night, I overate. I know I said we're done with the art talk in this vlog, but I wanted to show you guys I finished, and I'm actually starting a different one, but with hearts. I've never done hearts
Oh,
before,
the
so
hearts could be
we'll
interesting.
see. I'm gonna be using 2 pinks and 2 light purples and see how it turns out. So far, I just have the 2 pinks, so I'm excited. Baby girl's obsessed whenever I start talking. Yeah. So it's happening all too soon. I have cat fur on me. I am binging.
I actually think I just saw her little Lego thing in the background, and it made me think about, she was showing us the Legos. I liked when she showed it to us in like a sped up thing. It would be interesting if she got a new Lego set and told us about it, and then we never heard anything else about it ever again. But then at some point she uploaded, like, maybe make it its own video, just a singular video with interesting music on it that is just like a time lapse of her putting together this Lego. No voiceover, nothing, just a video of her, because I'm sure she's not doing it in one sitting, clearly. But every time she goes to do the Lego, maybe you set it up, maybe dedicate a camera to it where it's just looking at your Lego situation type deal. Just set it up, and every time you sit down to do it, turn the camera on, and then at the end of all of it, take all the little clips you've got, put them together, add some music, there you go. And it may not be for everybody, but if you had that in its own video, then you could see if people enjoy that, because I think it would be interesting to watch it come together in like fast, sped up motion or whatever.
And I want to show you what it is, because this is just reality. So I originally wanted McDonald's, but they weren't open. So I got this place called Rally's, which is also known as Checkers in some places. I got a single cheeseburger. I took everything off it, like ketchup, mustard, I don't like all that. And I just got onion, we have a fry, and 4 mozzarella sticks, which I've already ate 2. And then I got a root beer. So there it is for you guys. So if this was an overeating situation where I want to show you guys the difference in that, I probably would have not gotten the soda, definitely not, and I wouldn't have gotten the mozzarella sticks. I would have gotten just a small fry and just a cheeseburger. So there's the difference in that. So
Okay, I don't think that that's binge eating. I don't. I think that this is just overeating, and she's seeing that it's a lot of food, and that it seems to me that she is eating more than what she thinks a skinny person should eat. And because she needs to eat more to feel full at her size. She's looking at it and going, this is binging. That meal that she has right there is like what I would eat on a normal day. Like if we decided that, hey, we're gonna go to McDonald's or whatever. Like she literally just had a burger and fries with a mozzarella stick. And a drink. Like, yeah, it's a big drink, but it's not that big of a deal. In our house, we go to Sonic a lot. Mostly for the drinks. Like I'm not a huge fan of their food except for the mozzarella sticks, but we utilize their drinks a lot because they're half off when you use the app. And so a lot of times when like in the house, we only really keep like water, milk, and some juice. And occasionally I'll make tea, sweet tea or unsweet tea, and then we add our own sweetener to it because we all have preferences. But if we decide like, hey, it's been a day, let's get a soda, we'll put in a Sonic order and then go get the drinks and do that. But occasionally, if we're, not feeling like cooking or whatever, we'll do like a big order. And like typically, my husband and I will each get like a big burger, and then we'll either each get a fry or we'll get like a large fry and split it. And then the kids will also split, usually a medium fry. And then everybody gets a drink. That's a normal amount of food, especially when you're eating fast food, because like that fast food is not going to fill you up and keep you full. It's like eating sawdust. Like it tastes good, but like it's not nutritious, so you're not going to feel full. In my opinion, what I think is happening here is that Amber is seeing a normal portion for like a skinny person. Like let's just say it's like tiny burger, small fry, and tiny drink. And she's getting slightly more than that, and then she's going, "This is binging." And I'm like, it's not binging. You are just eating more because you're heavier. You can't put the standards, like these food eating standards of a skinny person onto you. It's like trying to track your weight loss by BMI only because it doesn't work for somebody of your size. Just like only tracking your weight does not work to quantify anything about your weight loss journey.
I don't know. I just feel like there's levels. Also, when it comes to like mentally, when I'm binging, I'm mentally unwell while I'm eating. While I'm overeating, obviously it's not at the quantity of binging, but it's like I'm not mentally unwell when I'm overeating. Like I don't know how to explain it. Maybe I'll try to explain it some other time when I'm not actually binging. So yeah.
The other thing is that from what I understand, when you're binging, or the way that she's described it is like when she's binging, it's like the binge monster. And I don't think that she would have the presence of mind to actually pick up a camera and show us her, like if you've seen Kung Fu Panda, that scene where Po or whatever is subconsciously just trying to get to cookies and he's doing like all the crazy, ninja acrobatics and stuff, just kind of just doing them out of muscle memory because he's trying to get to the food. Like that to me is like what it looks like when somebody is binging. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have the food locked away. If you know where the key is and you want that food bad enough, like you will get it. But this is just eating. And when she talks about feeling mentally unwell, I think that's a subconscious thing. I think it's that she's berating herself for eating. And she's berating herself because she knows it's not healthy. She's just chastising herself because like I've been there as well. There's been so many times, so many, eating at my father's house when they have us over for dinner, and I'm usually the biggest person there because like my dad is a buck 50. And when we go there to eat, I will have a small plate. I eat it very slowly and I try to match the pace that everybody else is eating because I'm worried that somebody's going to point out that I've had seconds or thirds. Or like when we were younger and we would go out to eat, my grandpa would make commentary on things. Like if I ordered a soda, he'd be like, "Are you sure you want to get a soda?" Or like if I got french fries, he'd be like, "Oh, you need to watch your sodium because high cholesterol runs in the family." And it made me really nervous to order food or, eat out at a restaurant around my family because like they're always looking at like what I'm eating and then looking at my weight. I feel like Amber's in that same boat. She knows that she's big and she knows that she shouldn't be eating fast food. And so she's saying, "Oh, I'm mentally unwell when I'm eating." And it's because you have such a fucked up perception of food and yourself and your relationship with it.
I don't know. Okay, so we have another update on my art. This is Artlyn blog. I guess I feel like I've shown a lot of my art, but this is how it looks so far. Of course, I could leave it like this because it's actually kind of cool looking. I'm not gonna lie, but I want to fill the whole page. Like I could even
So the hearts don't look bad. My only issue with them is that as you get bigger and get away from them, you kind of lose the definition of the heart and it's becoming more teardrop shaped. And I'm not sure what you would do to fix that. Like maybe if she had more hearts, like if she took and added like one here, because it seems like she leaves a lot of like negative space. So you get that like really cool like wom 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 effect. But I'd like to see what would happen if she filled in some of these bigger spaces with hearts as well, so that as you built it out, they didn't lose all their definition. And you could even do like a bit of a heart on the edges and make it look like you drew the heart off of it or something. Just to add another layer of depth to it. That would be really cool.
Like switch up the color. No, I'm just gonna keep it to what it is. But there's a lot that I could do to this for sure. Ran out of eyelashes, so I haven't been using
I
eyelashes. So my
wonder
makeup
if
doesn't look
she
fully complete in my opinion.
plays
So
with
I'm
the
hoping that these eyelashes
cats.
do me
Like
good
we've
because the
seen
other ones
her
that I normally
play
use,
with
they started to do me bad.
Twinkie,
Is that grammar? I hope so.
but
So when I do try these, I will let you guys know.
I wonder if she plays with the cats. Like that would be something
Hello.
that
So it
would
is
be
the next
interesting
day,
to
and we're thinking about
watch.
ordering something. And Feline was trying to pick out her sides, and she was like, "Please read this." So I started reading it, and I was like, "Okay, bread option, roll, hero, spinach wrap, etc., etc." She was like, "Keep going." So recommended sides and appetizers. So we have some chips, we have some fries, we have a bagel. 9 lives cat food. For today's weigh-in, which is day 11, November 13th, I weighed in at 505.0 because I did binge, but I did lose a little weight, so cool, I guess, question mark. Just weight fluctuations, you know. But you guys know that I did binge last night. I actually showed you what I ate. So I might do that a little bit more in the series. I guess it depends on how I feel about it mentally, because I know a lot of people are going to judge and be rude, but it's just kind of what I'm going through. And sometimes I truly cannot control a binge, and other times I can. So I'm not perfect, but I do have my psychologist appointment tomorrow. Actually, no, in 2 days, so I'm excited.
Okay, so this is purely subjective, but I think that it might help her viewers, some of them. It might help if she shared a little bit of what she's learning from her psychologist. Like, I know that that's very controversial, but it would be interesting to see what she tells us the psychiatrist is saying to her, because then we could kind of get an idea of like if she's understanding what the doctor's trying to teach her, or if maybe she's perceiving it or comprehending it in a way that's like that's where the hang up is. I'm pretty sure she's never going to do that, but it would be nice to have like that kind of insight.
Shower I've been loving. Nighttime showers. Ugh, it just feels so good to get in your sheets all nice and clean. I usually shower when I first wake up, or like a couple hours after I wake up,
Damn,
but I
she
don't
has
know.
a
I'm kind of
lot of
switching my routine up a little bit.
clothes.
Sometimes I do that, but I'm just picking my clothes, what I'm gonna wear to
Oh
sleep.
my
But I
god.
wanted to give you guys a little bit of update on how I'm feeling since I stopped keto in the gallstone area, and I want to let you guys know I don't really have gallstone. I'm trying to figure it out. I just wanted to end this vlog. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you.
All right, well, it was a short and sweet blog. We had some fun conversations about artwork, but at the end of the day, it does seem like she enjoys talking about herself and her hobbies because she probably doesn't really have anybody else to share that with. Yeah, so I guess I'll see everybody in the next one.